YouTube, that shit's fire. YouTube is fire. I'm green screening right now, you guys. Like I gotta go step up my game and get some like QR code, business cards, cause and get some more QR code slips. I've been drawing on my CDs, y'all. Like lately, I just been doing this. Cause look, listen, I did some DIY stuff. Like I took the CD, and I took one of my drawings and I wrapped the CD in it. See, look, it's got a CD inside of this. Got a whole CD. Boom, CD inside of this. This is crazy, ain't it? Like, yo, we forget how artistic we are until we're down to our last. I feel like Job, you guys, like the actual guy, not thinking about, like Job. I feel like Job, like I literally feel like Job, like I feel like one of those guys that's in the middle of God. Either God was taking everything step by bit, or showing me the power of the Lord, because I don't know, you know I never really had much since I left my mom's house anyway. I always made do with what I was able to make do with. Like once we hit a certain age, it was like that's it. You got to get it on your own. It's been hard, not necessarily a struggle, but it ain't been like the easiest task to get it. It's always like you got to work a job. You might keep the job for 3 years, end up in a crazy house because you might be a little crazy, a little out there. So it's like I actually love this whole thing with the green screen. It's fire. It's some fire stuff going on. It's just a black, just some tobacco, which I'm supposed to be quitting. But stress and life, I'm working on it. Cold turkey is real. You know, Jobless entrepreneur talk. Wondering like where are all my fans, or if I'm even online. I paid my visible phone bill. And shout out to Five and Below. They got the $10 charge block, which I'm testing that out right now. I'm testing out that $10 charge block from Five and Below right now. And I got the phone like propped up on it because it's got like a stand hooked into it. That is fire. I love it. So we're gonna see how long it holds up. I really was like, so I've been door dashing, you guys, right? Like on a bike, on the bike. I'm trying to save up and get an electric bike. So in the process of doing that, I'm selling my album. I know folks be like, hey, ain't nobody got a CD player, but it's people out here with CD players. It's the hardest part is convincing those people that my album is the album that needs to be inside their CD player. That's the whole thing, you know, when it comes down to it. So, hmm I would be like, if I sing to y'all, can it convince y'all to buy my album on my from my website? If I just hit that whole, hey baby, you should know that you got me wrapped around your fingers. And lately you've got me deeply gone over you, baby. I feel like I'm in the danger zone, yeah. Love, I'm lost on you, baby. What you do, girl? What you do? You run my mind crazy. Got my heart fluttered, full of butterflies. Every day lately, the danger zone seems ever closer. And loving is like dangerous for my soul, baby. See, really don't matter. We live in a crazy world where most of the time, I think y'all wanna go to war. Y'all wanna talk about war. Y'all wanna hear about war. You wanna cut somebody up and be forgiving at the same time. And you probably come here hoping that I'm gonna be like one of them people to be like, yeah, the world is still no, no. See, y'all don't want me to cast my judgment, like to cast my ballot of judgment, like, cause my ballot of judgment is like we're all condemned. It doesn't matter like how justfully you see yourself is, because if you turn a blind eye, you're just as guilty as the person that's doing it. So if you didn't, if you weren't prepared to give your own life to stop the crime, then you're just as guilty as the person that committed the crime in the first place to me. So then, because of that, I don't judge anything. I just stay out the way, like the wind, until the wind becomes like a hurricane or a tornado or some shit like that. And I try not to become that. I try not to be too weird for TV, if you know what I'm saying. It's like I wonder if I can turn the green screen off. And then just like that, you back off up on green screen. So it's like, yo, get the door out, you know. But I'm back blurry, so it's cool though. So, jobless entrepreneur. And it is, the economy is in like wreckish. Like in different parts of the state, they mounting up to go to war anyway. Like the president's like, I'm sending them into Chicago first. I'm like, yo, they ready to bomb up some shit. It's a bunch of ignorant motherfuckers that's tired and ready to die. And so y'all just ready to go to war and bring everybody else that ain't tired and ready to die into it. Like I look up every now and then and I be like, I ain't even tired. I'm hardly ready to die. I'm ready. Like I don't really give a fuck. But at the same time, I'm not tired. I'm like, it's a bunch of other things I want to do down here. Like do a show in front of 70,000 people. I think that would be amazing for me to be able to stand in front of 70,000 people and sing a whole concert. Could you imagine that shit? You imagine me on stage singing to 70,000 people. Bro, I'd probably piss on myself. Not really. My legs would be shaking. I'm gonna tell you that. I might start crying on some Scorpio shit. It's like every now and then I'd be like, yo, I only get like 2 or 3 views anyway, and be like, every now and then I get like a couple hundred views and I get happy, and I think I want to hit the watch hours, and then I'd be like, yo, this is all politics anyway. I be trying not to say the wrong thing. Like I try not to go too deep on religion or too deep on politics because nobody really gives a fuck. People just want to hear you talk shit about shit. That's what I be thinking. They be like, yo, talk shit about it. Like, talk shit about it. Like, yo, Charlie Clerk, talk shit about it. Yo, Mississippi, talk shit about it. Yo, AIDS, talk shit about it. Yo, people's feelings, talk shit about it. Yo, it's like, yo, like I grew up in a nation where I think all they did was bash each other. Like we just roasted each other on the bus, roasted each other in class. We just grew up roasting each other. Just a nation of roasters. That's all we do is just crack jokes until somebody, it's all fun until somebody gets their feelings hurt and want to shoot somebody or something like that. Now you got like, I don't know what you call them. I call them sleepers. It's like people that were just programmed to go crazy at moment's notice. You never know. You could be a sleeper. You never know. They could play the right song and your ass will walk into a school and shoot it up. That's crazy. It's crazy. He was just fine a week ago. The freak. It's like levels. Like, don't ever think just because you get on a new level, everybody on that same level with you. A lot of everybody is not on that same level with you, my boy. They not. But it's a few that are. And if you do find them, you blessed. I want you to know that. You are blessed. It's like, some of us try. We try a little too hard. But it's only because what you see is what you get. It's like you see it look easy by other folks. Like, some folks just make it look easy. Like, the guy that graduates college or graduates high school and goes to college and becomes some honor student in college, graduates, and gets the amazing job, gets the wife and kids, like off GP, manages. We 38 years old, he's still married to his high school sweetheart. That perfect type of life. Meanwhile, the rest of us, we either like got kids or don't have kids. If you do got kids, you in a single parent scenario, mom, baby daddy, baby mama type of scenario. You might have 3, 4 kids, and you just got to deal with life. And some of us was born with trust funds, some of us wasn't. It's just levels. Me being able to actually look at all of this and see that for face value, like, yo, some of my friends was born with more than what my other friends had. Some shared it, some were like, it's mine. It's all like perspective. Like I'm witnessing, you never know what a person is actually going through until you like live a day in their life. And it's not necessarily like you need to live a day in their life. It's like live a day in their life. Like if you was to randomly be like, I'm gonna hang with this person for the day. Like, just do it. Cause like when I was in Atlanta, I noticed random people did that. Like I used to wonder, were they like Jehovah Witness or were they like a part of some church? Nah, they was just random people that wanted to make friends with people, so they'd be sitting on a park bench with a homeless person. Every now and then you see a lady and a homeless guy, and the lady's like chilling with her homeless friend because, like she said, he needs love too. They need to be accepted as regular people too. Like, Be friends with a person. Like sometimes you can't judge the vessel. That's what Christ was getting at, hinting at on his overall love thy neighbor like you love yourself. Like if you like do nothing but show love to your enemy and you survive long enough, sooner or later your enemy is gonna realize that you're a friend and not an enemy. And the whole actions will change, trust me. It becomes something more to where that motherfucker call you and check on you quicker than your friends that you had right next to you checked on you. Like just hey, you I noticed you didn't do such and such to get on my nerves today. You all right? We have a long-standing relationship. You test and I'm tat. I don't need us to quit for no reason. It's a friendship at this moment. It doesn't make sense, but it always steps into alignment. It's to be like the best way to eradicate something. It's always to be like we gotta fight for peace. No, we don't, because we at a time right now where peace wouldn't even have to be fought for. It just had to be settled and accepted. Don't make sense, do it? Settled and accepted. That's how you know I might have actually said something. And pertaining to some shit, I'm probably not blacklisted. I'm just paranoid. Like any other good citizen in America, you know? Because technically, I'd be like this, it's an algorithm. They said TikTok got bought out by some American corporations. I wish I was a part of those corporations. But look, listen, check it out. That's only because of the money. Only because of money. Money makes me wish I was a part of a lot of things because I see the opportunity for income, the opportunity for me not to struggle and be broke, period. So, and anytime I see an opportunity for me not to struggle and be broke, to me is a good thing. That's when it's amazing because the whole goal is to not have to struggle as much and so you can be comfortable. Like, what was Buddy's name? J.P. Morgan when he was speaking and he's like he lives comfortably like and the black guy's like don't you think you live too comfortable and I was like damn how y'all gonna ask this man this if he doing his best it ain't like he can just give away his millions which most of the time I'll be like yo I understand where people are coming from if I got like $100 million I that ain't a billion and it damn sure ain't enough to help even a fraction percentage of the world it's just $100 million you gotta understand now if I got like 20 billion, now we talking save the world money. Now we talking I could literally because it's 8 billion people down here. You feel me? So 20 billion, if it's 8 billion people down here, 20 billion could probably make like at least at least 8 billion of them millionaires. It could leave a. I just feel like 20 billion is enough to let each one of them have a million, and you actually still retain some millions. I feel like you'll still have like 2-3 million left over. I don't know the exact numbers, but if I had 20 billion, I don't see what's the point. Like why I shouldn't be able to be like, yo, let me just give $1 million to every American. Like he who does that is the one. He who does that is the one. That's the one guy that they're to test it all. He got 8 billion and divided it back between all the people, including himself, and split off with a million itself. Because I feel like, look, even if you round off and you be like everybody settled out with like 600,000-700,000. Like I feel like if you settle out with that, you should not be it. You shouldn't complain. Like there's no complaining at that. I would eliminate your complaints if I had enough money. Your income, well, you wouldn't even be able to complain about it. Now, if you blow your money, you blow your money. You're supposed to invest it. Like, yeah. What they said, man, some parts of Africa, certain kings in Africa came through with so much gold that it inflated the market and like created too much abundance in markets sometimes. And I'd be like that might have been me in the past life. I got tired of everything, got so rich that I came through and blessed the whole city, so nobody was broke. And you like, damn, everybody full, everybody ate good, everybody got a place to stay, everybody got everybody good, everybody good. That's how you want to be. You want everybody to be good. I'm tired of everybody just you just walk up on everybody. It's like damn, all y'all broke. That's terrible. I'm broke too. All of us can't be broke. Like we all can't be broke, but that's not a cool way to be. Somebody got to be rich enough to motivate the next person. That's how I be feeling. Like we all can't be out here broke. Broke. If I'm broke, you broke. That's no motivation, and that means we're all doing it wrong. You can't be broker than me. It's in there. I be like looking at it like this. I understand people got car payments, people got kids, people got all that shit. But look, listen. If you in the rat race and you got cars and different things like that, you got houses. Stop saying you broke. Like, say you're abundant, you just not financially equipped to suit some situations. I mean, you can't afford this for today. But in no way are you broke. If you're broke and the guy on the bike does not have anywhere to go, or might just have, just a bike in a spot, a bike in an apartment or whatever, and he coming up from the bottom. Look, listen, that's broke. And in all actuality, we could just agree that broke don't even exist. That this shit is just a mindset that you keep trying to dodge off or fend off the fact that somebody might be trying to hustle you, or they not necessarily hustling you, but they selling their product for the day and you don't want to buy it. So look, and stop ignoring people. Y'all just be shooting up like, if I ignore them, they won't be there. Some people ain't bums. They not just asking you for shit. They asking you for shit with purpose. It's like, yo, you never know. You might actually need this in your life. Sometimes we turn down a hidden blessing. And I'm not just saying that to be like, yo, I've done it myself and then realize, yo, let me go back and just buy that. Because you never know. This might come in handy. Like, I might need this extra t-shirt, or I might need this. This is a black man that's selling his hoodies. Let me get that hoodie. It fuck around and rain that day. I was glad I brought that hoodie. I was so glad I bought that hoodie. I was like, yeah, shit. I didn't know it was going to rain. But I'm glad I bought this hoodie because it rained and I was less wet. I mean, I was still wet, but you know what I'm saying. It's like sometimes you buy something that's needed to you. Like you might buy a pair of shoes from a guy you never know you meet. I'm a fashion designer, so I sell shoes. So you meet me, and I'm gonna tell you I got a website that I sell my shoes from, or I got a website I sell shirts from, hats, hoodies, everything. Cause I'm an entrepreneur. You might need an outfit. You trying to go to Walmart? Yeah, sure. It's gonna take 3 to 5 business days if you order it from my website, but it's worth it. You get the nostalgic feeling of waiting for your product to get there, and when it gets there, you get to tear all the packaging off like it's Christmas. Like, who doesn't want to feel like it's Christmas? Like, what the freak? Like, order you a couple of products so you feel like it's super Christmas. Order some for some family members. You feel like, I don't want to be stingy. Let me order some shoes for my kid who wears like a size 6 or size 7 in adults. So, to make it make sense, or 8 or something like that. Yeah, let me order something for my grandparents, or type shit. Like, I need to be like that. Random acts of kindness. Cause look, if we're all in the middle of doing random acts of kindness and buying things for other people, then it's like you're less likely to be sitting there thinking about hurting other people, or how to do wrong by other people, or getting over on other people. I feel like that's just the wrong way to think about it. Like, I know this is jobless entrepreneur talk, because get it on. Y'all don't get it. Look. My name is Josie Fuller. I'm the king of soul. I'm an artist. I'm also a jobless entrepreneur. And I say jobless entrepreneur because I be looking for jobs. Yeah, duh. I got a bunch of applications in. And yes, I do call a lot of times. I call and get on the jobs nerves and just to see if they're going to hire me. Sometimes you got to call and say, how are you? Hey, I was just checking on you guys, seeing if you're still hiring. And they be like, oh, yeah, we're not, but da 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 da. But you just call back the next day and maybe the answer will change. I do that. Sometimes I pull up on you, but right now my pull up game is kind of weak because I'm on a bike. I was walking to people. I thought it was going to get them to have some compassion. I remember back when you could walk to a job and I don't know if they felt sorry for you or whatever, but they seen your resolve and they seen that you walked to it and they just gave you a job because they seen you walking. I remember when I was hustling my CD, like selling my CD, had got me jobs, like lended me some good jobs. Like where they be like, damn, you out here selling this, man, come up here. It ain't happened recently, but you know what I'm saying? My hopes are open because I feel like I'm too slow to just sit at the house and put in job applications the whole time. And then, it just doesn't work like that. I have to go to the place and sit there and be uncomfortable a little bit and put in a job application right there physically. But a lot of places are online. A lot of them, you got to go to their website and figure that out. And people like me done lost a job before you get there. Then you don't even get me started about the drug test and riding around trying to find fake P, or waiting 7 months, 7 weeks to get whatever out your system so you can be like, all right, I'm clean. Smoke weed. It's just fucks up your life. Don't do it. If you've never done it, don't do it, and you'll save yourself time and trouble. Trust me. Because right now it's like, yo, I looked up legislations and different things, and now it's like I want to actually go down to like, you know, I guess the native Congress building up here in South Carolina and wait and vote for the legislative laws. Like get all like work on the legislative bills that I want to see passed. Like, legalization of marijuana or something, or decriminalization at least. At least get it decriminalized. And we can work on that to where, it's cool, and get it to where in the workplace they not worried about you failing a piss test with a little bit of marijuana. I just be like, damn, that's just bullshit. Of all things. That's like somebody, no offense, that's like you failing a drug test because of alcohol, because you drunk You got drunk last night and the alcohol was still fresh in your body. You couldn't piss it all out, but you drunk last night and they were smelling it off of you. And when you took a piss, they was like, "Damn, it smelled like cognac," and you just didn't get the job because they knew you was an alcoholic. That's equivalent to that. So if you're an alcoholic, I feel like you should go down there and vote for your brethren who are potheads and be like, "Yo, that's nobody should have to go through that." Not to mention, man, I'll be like, "Yo, fuck, cause you gotta set aside time, and if you hustling, it's harder to set aside time to actually go put in a job application sometimes. And sometimes you gotta stop hustling, and you might actually be in the middle of making money that day. Like you might start making money, so now you gotta wait till the end of the night when you really want to get your rest in and prepare for the next day, and try to keep a momentum that you was on. And then like I said, when you're a jobless entrepreneur, you kind of like slang your work around. You kind of have like 4 or 5 different jobs or 4 or 5 different hustles. So it's always good for that. You gotta have the different hustles. And in today's economy, though, I don't even think it matters. I think in today's economy, we fucked up either way, y'all. Whether you're an entrepreneur or you're a regular worker, I think I don't know who's pulling what strings, but I feel like at the way it's going right now, this won't be America in a few years. It'll be like something else. It'll be something else. It won't be the same. The same for the last. I'll give it for the last 50 years. America's been golden. Like it's not been a super easy ride, but to me, the last 50. Because I'm 30, so to me, I'm 38. Yeah, I'm 38. So for 38 of this life, like for my time, from 86 to here, it's been an amazing ride. Like it hasn't been. I mean, yes, we've lost some. We've all as humans, it's especially as Americans. I'll be one of the first to admit, if we want to count it as a whole, we've made some dumbass decisions. We've done some dumb stuff, all in the name of fame and money, glory and fame. We want to me, when it gets into politics, that's the same thing. It's about fame and fortune, popularity. We've done some dumb things, all in the name of God, popularity, fame, and fortune, and a little bit of money. We've done some crazy shit. There's to me, it's like we've resurfaced in the era of Dr. King and JFK. Like when people were like, "Oh, look, listen." For one thing, it wasn't the same because, like I said, I didn't know Charlie Kirk. But to me, it was like that shit took me back to Kennedy. Like when I used to sit back and they used to play the Kennedy documentary in school, and you see Kennedy. And Kennedy said and did a lot of things that was controversial to the time. I wouldn't necessarily compare the two characters together because I think Kennedy was like on some cool shit, but I do know Kennedy had his moments. Seeing is, I believe that, like I said, we're traumatized as Americans on both sides. You have like the black trauma and the white trauma. It's all trauma. It's trauma on each level, and it's passed down. It's generational mess. But at the end of the day, I could say that right now, it's not. If we don't stand up for ourselves to fix this the right way, we gonna fuck up even more. And we might not even be able to look back on this one and say how bad we fucked up in 2025. That's what I'd be afraid of. I'd be like, yo, I'm pretty sure God got it. I let God have a will on everything, y'all. I'd be like, God got it. Jesus got this whole thing under control. It don't even matter what we plan, what we think about to happen. We think it's gonna be a rapture. We say this and we say that. Only God really knows. But in the meantime, I love like the admiration of it. I love. What is it? It's a word. I admire your optimism. You know, and like I said, great acts motivate me to do great things, especially when the acts are positive. Like the negatives, I'd be like, yo, if we could just stop this shit. Like maybe asking the world to stop the Hunger Games course or the Purge course, because that's the course we're going now. Like the course in America where it's like riots in South Central LA, riots in New York, and like where you got like 40% of the country is in like turmoil because of civil war, and you like, I don't really want to see that right now. I don't even want to be in it. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want it to be in the same universe as me because I'm already jobless. I'm already an entrepreneur. I'm already broke trying to make it. The last thing I need is a failing economy to fail even more around me. It's like, damn, I'm reaching out to grab things to stabilize and hold on to, and all of that shit is crumbling, it's falling down. I remember like 4 or 5 years ago, I had a chance to get the PPE. Like, bring that back. I bet a lot of people voted for Trump because they thought it was going to be PPE Central. They thought we was going to be getting business loans and grants out the ass. They didn't know we was going to be going to war with the nation, with ourselves. Pick a side. Are you with the government or are you with the people? Which one? Like, damn. Is that how this really is? I thought the government was the people and the people was the government. Y'all trying to divide us like that? That's crazy. Not to mention, everybody just ready for it. Like, it's like, I'm pretty sure I hate like for like me to just be the one to say it. Now we're facing our darknesses. I'm facing my demons now because I'll be like in the house thinking about this shit and be like, yo. So the president and our generals are having meetings about attacking the people of America in different neighborhoods, like in Chicago, wherever the hood stuff is, where they feel like they might be linking up with insurgents or whatever you want to call them. They're thinking about, Tennessee, Memphis, Texas, OKC, all the places, even Atlanta. When you think about it, like you can be like, I mean, I know they kind of already attacked Atlanta when they went at Thug, and Atlanta kind of like weird and on its own little level. I speak that because I'm an AT alien. I'm only letting you guys know that. But anyway, and it's like being like, yo, he's probably gonna attack the entire America in some way, but it's just gonna be like, yo, and like just imagine being enlisted to go to war, but it's the civil war in America, and you're like, I'm not doing this shit. I'm not doing. You trying to bring me into a neighborhood gang war? Like you crazy, bro. You crazy. You trying? Are we trying to play Crips and Bloods in America again, but on a wider scale, red coat, blue coat? But y'all, wow, bro. Y'all lit, bro. That's like, yo. So we're going to war, but we're going to war against America. Shit, what? Nigga? No, we not doing this. Y'all are crazy. You stop this. You stop the fuckery. I mean, don't get me wrong. I do feel like it needs to be like a higher level of like policing within some of these inner city, inner city areas. Cause, I feel like crazy kids with switches just ain't a good idea. It just ain't. I do understand like training a baby army just in case somebody comes in from like that's alien to the nation and they start in trouble. I understand having everybody ready and shit like that, but because that's what be making it feel like a real simulation to me. I be like riding my bike and doing like training on my own. Like, yeah, I'm doing training just in case shit gets real. I know how to use a sword. I know how to use a gun. I know how to use a crossbow. I know how to use a spear. I know how to make fire out of nowhere. I know how to fart fire, bitch. The fuck is wrong with you? Anyway, I know how to tie a knot. Now, you heard the thing about they taking away like the Boy Scout. The boys like you can't be a Girl Scout or Boy Scout anymore because they put in like restrictions on people that do camping. So like when they had the whole shout out to van life, man, you guys are geniuses. But the people that buy vans and sleep in their vans, I guess at parks and like registered places where you technically can camp out at, but now they're like telling them you can't camp because a lot of people were like selling their houses and hitting the road, but they don't want you selling your house and being free. And buying a camper and paying it off and traveling the world and living, basically rent free. They want you paying a mortgage, locked in, slave to the system. We're all a slave to a system. You gotta understand it. Like most people don't see it. That's why slavery's so real. Like breaking when you address black slavery in America, you gotta address the whole thing. And when you wanna abolish slavery, that means you're abolishing slavery on all levels. That means you shouldn't have to be like, okay, if I don't want a house and I want to go get a tent in the woods, I want to buy land and put a tent on it, or buy land and put a reservation on it, and live in a cottage in the back of the reservation and rent it out. Like it's too much shit that you gotta do when it comes to you owning land, and that's not free at all. You feel me? It's just not. So freedom is freedom. So if you hustle up the money to buy something, you now own it. I feel like you really shouldn't even have to pay taxes on it, but we do, and that's not free. Mind you, we do need income, and that's why we got innovation. I feel like, yeah, a portion of somebody's land should be devoted to like farming or like the innovation of something in America. You should be like, yo, I'm gonna donate this portion of my land to a food supply, or donate this portion of my land to like, manufacturing, so we can like take a couple acres and put in all together and be volunteers to do this shit. Cause like I had a vision of a world where people pretty much volunteered to come to work, and you did this because you wanted to live, you wanted to be alive, and you wanted to exist here. So you wake up and the jobs are already developed for us to be free, so you volunteer to go to work. Your room and your board is already free. It's mainly because you make the choice to come to work. You don't make the choice to come to work, you might not even have room and board, so technically it's not free. Cars, clothes, all of that shit. In the world I live in, all of that shit hinges on if you work or not. Just volunteer a little bit of your time, 3, 4 days out of the week to work at a plant. It don't matter which plant, you know. It don't matter which resort. It don't matter which place. Just spare some of your time that you have alive on Earth to keep the Earth going, and you get to live any way you want to live. Do anything you want to do. Eat anything you want to eat. Try anything you want to try. Order what you want to order. That's a real free world because people are going to create based off of their passion anyway. Some of us down here, we want to make clothes. That's what we do. We want to make shoes. That's what we do. We want to make cars. That's what we do. It's our dream to build spaceships. That's what we're going to do. It's our dream to build racetracks. That's what we're going to do. It's our dream to go out here. That's what we want. We love the smell of fresh asphalt. We're human. Some of us like cooking in kitchens, and some of us like delivering and serving it to people. Like, I think we miss the bigger things when we chase politics behind it. Like, we miss the bigger picture. We miss who the king really is, and you need to take care of the king, and the king is you, and self-care is the best care. All together we make up a royal people. We make up a being so massive that if we did it right, we'll live in perfection. That's like, and I know people, a lot of people are like, oh, you can't say that. Yes, I can. God made me. I'm made in the image of the Most High. If you made in the image, I'm made in the image. So how are you going to argue with my logic that my logic is wrong versus your logic just because you've been programmed the same structure everybody else has been programmed? If I see something different within the structural programming, it means God showed me the message a different way. It's like I was at the flea market one day, and the guy sprayed the cologne, and the girl was like, I like it, and the guy was like, I don't. And she was like, well, I like it. And he was like, your nose is different than mine. You smell different. Your smell receptors aren't the same smell receptors I have. It's the same thing, you know. It's like one day a friend of mine was telling me we all perceive reality a little different. Like, I might not even look like me to another person. Even in the mirror, I might not look exactly like me. You might see me as purple, you know. You only saying I'm brown because 2, 3 other people out of this five that, what we going, five out of 9 out of 10 people see me as brown, but it's one person. We gonna even lighten the number. We gonna say 7 out of 10 people see me as brown. 2 people see me as light skinned, and one person sees me as black. You feel me? You feel me? And in another place, I ain't even brown. I'm not light skinned. I'm just dark. You feel me? And in a whole nother place, I'm just a person. You feel me? I'm just a man. They don't even know dark skin, light skin. I'm just a man with dark skin, dark colored hair. I'm a guy with dark colored hair, or a guy with features. He has a mole on his face. I'm a human. I wish I could sell common sense. But I would probably make millions off of selling common sense, like a pamphlet, or like a 10-step pamphlet on how to effectively utilize your common sense. Like, how to just, if I could just put it into structure, put that into a structural column in a book, I would sell it. I'd probably make millions. I'd call it Common Sense for Dummies. Common sense, basic guidelines to surviving using your common sense in the world today. I think I'm gonna write that. I'm gonna get started on that. Look, we got AI. I got people, like different friends that just don't like AI. They be like, AI is devil. But I be using AI for all kind of shit. I don't use it to write my music specifically, but I would like, I write a paragraph, right? and then ask AI to turn it into a song. I haven't recorded any of the songs yet, but they are actually pretty dope. I just tell AI how I'm feeling. I tell Gemini how I'm feeling. Like it really don't matter. Most people be like Chat GBT. Nigga, it don't really matter. It doesn't matter. Gemini does almost the same thing and it's damn near free. So does Copilot. Copilot does the same thing and it's damn near free. I'm just putting you on game. You know, I'm pretty sure Bixby does the same thing and it's damn near free. Putting you on game, putting you on top of the game with it. You know what I'm saying? All of the basic AIs are probably all based off of Chat GBT right now, or based off of Google Assistants in some way, and based off of Siri. They damn near all do the same thing. Large model communication units, or large model assistant units, or whatever you want to call them. They do the same thing. Yeah, I bet when they did the whole, they had the what was it? The writers, when the writers did the strike, bruh, that was AI's time to just shine. I bet they was like, it's cool. You can strike. It's cool. You can strike all day. That would have been me. Strike. Go ahead. Go ahead. Cause we got these Gemini movies. Boy, it's over. We about to do these Gemini movies and these co-pilot movies and these AI films. Bro, you dead. Bro, y'all crazy. I don't even need to come back. We, you just let us know how bad you want your job by going on strike. You dumbass. But don't get me wrong. I'll be feeling like I understand it. If you wrote something, if you like genuinely wrote like a movie, you genuinely wrote that movie, I feel like you should get credit for that movie until it's done, like forever. I feel like that's your piece of work, and if you're a writer in it, you should get royalties for whatever you did that made that movie critical. Like especially if you single-handedly wrote the movie, like that publishing and that royalties, that package should be yours for life. Like you shouldn't have to worry about nothing. There should be no reason for you to be taking anybody to court because if you got a movie that hit box office, you're supposed to win. But whatever I think is irrelevant because it's a lot of artists and producers, screenwriters, and musical artist writers. And it's a hella creators that never got their money. They all go unnoticed. They might not ever get their money. Might not ever get the work that's due to them. Like they might not even ever get credibility for it. Like think of how many people that never heard of Dolomite. Think of the people, like, just think. Like, some people would be like, yeah, this is all based on privilege. Like, it's based on, privilege and placement of life at birth. Like, you're either born up or born down, and that's the only difference that it is. If you're born up, you got more of a chance. And when I say up, I mean, like, into a family that's a family of wealth versus a family that's coming through poverty, But, look, any and everything can change. It can all flip sides. Like you up one day, you'll be broke as shit tomorrow. I'm talking about go through it, and next day you know you out on your ass, and you like looking at your house that you used to live in, thinking about the car you used to drive. That shit can happen, and your ass can go from walking, looking around at everything, to where you have everything, and now you own a house, and now you own a car. You just gotta keep your mind up and keep your vibration high and keep focused on your goal, like an eagle going in for the kill, like an eagle swooshing in on its prey. You got to stay focused on it so you can grab it and fly off with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm done sitting in the dark. Yo, this charger, I had just bought it and it was actually fully charged, fresh out the box. That's the first time me getting like a device at like 5 and below and it actually being charged up, like all the way charged. Like, yeah, this thing was all the way charged. Let me check my phone and see. Like, yeah, it took me up to 12%, but I've been going live on it. So when you going live, it's like I'm using it. So it's like, yeah, and it held up the whole time. So I think that's dope. I think that's dope. 5 and below, man. Shout out to them. What's up? Reconnect. What's your word? Retracted message. Yeah. To all the folks that be thinking I'ma just be talking stupid shit about the economy and the assassins and shit. Trump treating everybody like they a terrorist. He is now treating everybody like, I remember like a few years ago, a friend of mine was like, yeah, they're gonna go try to take all our kids and come into the house, and people need to have guns and shit. The government's gonna shut down. And now I really feel like they just really want a martial law, but they don't really care about the martial law. They just want to go to war. I think everybody just mad for whatever reason. I don't know why we so mad. I think whenever we bring up slavery, feelings get involved and people get mad at what's been done, what they don't want to admit to, what people don't feel like they owe anything for, the injustices that they feel like we shouldn't just discuss, because it's a double-edged sword. You know, we don't want to have been slaves, and technically they don't want to have been slave masters. It's like nobody wants to wear those. Nobody wants to wear either one of them titles right now. It's like both titles are like belittling. Neither title has anything great to say about it. Slave or slave owner, neither one of them are great titles. They are both just ill, nasty titles to even to stand close to. If you the slave owner, you a disgrace. And if you a slave, damn, you a disgrace. It's fucked up. Either way, you know what I mean? We as Americans have to be like, yep, this is the bullshit we going through. Because our forefathers was just full of it. They just was some funny motherfuckers. They wanted us to always have something to do and talk about. Amen.